What's up YouTube, it's your boy Barcode. I'm back with another video. Today I'm on my elite only alt account. I'm going to talk about the best arena offense and defense units. And possibly a rare. If you like the content, you know what to do. Hit that sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell dingy dingy thing so you know when I post a video. Hey, join my Discord and we can talk about the game. Links down below. Let's get to it. Alright, first and foremost, there's not many options you want to choose from for elites, especially what I'm going to talk about in arena defense. But I'm going to show you the top 4 best arena defense units I feel like would work for elites only. I'm going to try it on this elite only account and eventually see how we'll do. First, you have to think about the arena offenses that you're going to have to face as a defense. It's all AI controlled, so you got to think about ultimates and you got to think about base speeds and speed tuning your kids properly. But I think these 4 units together is probably the best arena defense for elite only you can get. I feel like a defense buff is huge. So this 4th spot, I feel like you could alternate between the two, but the one I'm going to pick brings a little bit more sustain, and that's Radera. She has a high base speed of 116, pretty good for an elite. I think it might be the highest base speed for an elite actually. Don't quote me there. But it was either her or Joseph. But I chose Radera because she is such a good unit. Her ultimate heals all her allies based on the amount of characters' max health, her character's max health. It also applies a defense buff, which is huge. Now, if you don't take any damage in the beginning, she's not going to use her ultimate if she takes a turn. As in Joseph, for example, if he took his turn, he would bring the attack buff and defense buff for sure. But the arena defense I'm going to talk about is very tanky. So I feel like Radera is going to be a better option. Her second skill removes all effects from the ally and heals that ally and herself. These 2 skills together is insane sustain. Insane sustain. Insane sustain, 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 insane sustain. First skill is just an attack down, and her trait gives her 20% max health fully ascended, which is huge. This helps with tankiness and also helps with her heals. Third on the list is my boy Roji? Let's just call him Roger. Roger's a very underrated character that I didn't even see at first that can be really useful for dungeons. I had him on my list for PvP units, and a friend on Discord told me to look into him a lot more. I don't want to say my friend's name, but it's kind of like Gluteus Maximinus. He'll understand, you might not. But Roger's a very good character. His trait counterattacks, anytime he gets hit, he counterattacks with 10% of his max health. So if he has 20k, he's counterattacking for 2,000. If he has 30k health, he counterattacks for 3,000. The more health he has, the more damage his ultimate does. His ultimate damages 2 enemies, and it's based off of his max HP. His second skill deals damage and heals 30% of his max health. And his first skill is a taunt that deals damage. Hopefully your AI on defense will make sure to use that properly, but it's the AI, come on. But the amount of regeneration he has on a 2 skill cooldown, and you build him tanky, he could be a really useful unit. He's actually really good in some dungeons too, like Tulpa for example. If you bring 3 fire element heroes, and then you bring Roger, the boss will attack him, he counterattacks with his damage. Really useful monster I definitely overlooked. Now we have 2 spots left on defense, and it's really 2 tanky-ish monsters that actually do really good damage as well. One's like a hybrid support damage dealer, and the other one is a beast. Second spot that's left is Marion. Marion's very average in base stats all around. What's great about her is her trait gives lifesteal for her whole team. 25% lifesteal on any damage you do. Her first skill applies a defense down, which is good. This is a 100% chance, mind you, before accuracy and resistance. Her second skill is huge. It protects an ally for 2 turns. Any damage or healing received by that target is delayed until the end of their turn. The damage taken is reduced by 50%, while the healing and lifesteal effects are increased by 150%. On a very tanky arena defense, this can be very huge, especially when I talk about the last hero I'm bringing. Her last skill, which hits really hard and on a 3-turn cooldown, deals 150% damage to the enemy and heals the team member with the lowest health for 100% of that damage done. So you're going to build her like a bruiser. I've talked about 2 wood monsters and Marion, who is fire, so they're going to need some really heavy fire nukes. So you have Radera, you have a defense buff, you have a lot of sustain. You have Roger, who has self-regeneration, does damage based off his max HP, really huge bruiser tank. You have Marion, who's like a support, but heals, gives the whole team lifesteal, has an invincible buff. But last on the list for the arena defense in the number 1 spot is my boy Charles. You're going to build him tanky, a lot of defense. His trait gives him 50% of his defense as bonus true damage every time he deals an attack. His ultimate is huge. It deals damage, obviously with the trait too, is bonus true damage, but this grants a shield for 2 turns, which this shield is amazing. It's based off his defense, and it's literally huge. His passive as well, anytime he takes a hit, he gets a point of rage, and every point of rage he gets a 20% defense increase. If you don't kill him on the first turn, good luck. His first skill is also an extra taunt, which you have now 2 taunts on your team. So if you don't kill this team on the first turn, you're definitely getting 1 taunt from Charles on the second round. You'll be getting a second taunt from Roger on the third round. I'm going to build all these heroes up, max them at 60. This might take a while since it's my alt account, but I'm having so much fun on this account. I'm playing this more than my main sometimes. So that's the defense. Let's talk about offensive units. We're going for the wombo combo here. When the game soft launched, I did have Mary as one of my top PvP offensive units because of her invincibility lasting 2 turns. With the amount of AoE that's out there too, you don't know what speeds they are. You don't know how slow you need to be to speed tune her last. She could be the slowest on your team, yeah, but still she might get cut. I really hated that nerf. I don't know why they nerfed her. You don't want her slow, because all your guys are going to go, then you use the bonus damage, bonus turn, and then all the enemies go. So if you wanted to use Mary, you need to make her super fast and only use her second skill so you can get that big damage off initially. So technically, yes, you can use Mary. If you do, make her as fast as possible. She has a decent base speed of 108. Use inspiration on your big damage dealer depending on what the other side elements are. She does have a cleanse on her passive trait, so that's actually good if you get stunned or defense break on you or whatever the case may be. Then for your second support, you either need to bring Connor. Connor will give you that attack buff and a shield, which is nice. His base speed is around 108 as well, so you can easily speed tune that with Mary. Or you run with Joseph. He has the higher base speed, so he would obviously go first and give you attack buff and defense buff, which would be nice. And then you follow that up with Mary. Use the armor break spell, and then use Rage Aura and save that for when your nuker goes. But bringing Joseph doesn't give you the sustain that you may need. So it really is just personal preference for you. So in this first instance, you have Mary and you have either Joseph and Connor. So you got the attack buff, you got the bonus damage. Then I think you guys know where I'm going with this here. There's really only 2 options, especially for arena offense wombo combo. One is Celine. Celine surprised me so much in the amount of damage she does. Her ultimate AoE is huge damage. Her second skill can clean up the monsters as well in the second round. It'll hit up to 3 targets, and it might freeze them, which gives your wombo combo another chance to finish them off. She applies a shield to herself, which is huge, especially with like Joseph with the defense buff. And the other damage dealer you want to bring is obviously Zachary. This is obviously for AoE wombo combo comps, right? You want him to go after Celine. Just in case Celine doesn't kill somebody, he can finish them off and then do more AoE with his trait. When he defeats an enemy, he launches bonus attacks to everyone else. Now, the other route you can go, which you really need the speed tune on this one. First and foremost, the most important character to bring on this other wombo comp is Shield Guard Orc. I've talked about him before, but he's your mini Winstrex. His base speed sucks, but if you make him as fast as you can, obviously the other Winstrex is going to go first. But 9 times out of 10, unless they're running 3 other speed comp damage dealers, or like a fast Virgil or whatever the case may be, he's going to go second before the other 3 enemy monsters go. You then run his Roar, which gives your team attack up and speed up. So if you speed tune it right, all 3 of your allies will go before the enemy team. Your other 3 members all need to be close in speed. If not the same speed, then like 1 under each other. You're going to run the armor break spell, of course. Now that you have the speed up and attack buff, really you could run like a 3 AoE comp. One's being Celine, the other being Zachary. And the other one which might surprise you is Axel. This would be your last AoE wombo combo comp, and you would build him straight on attack build. You're not really worried about the poisons he does, but he does a lot of damage on his AoE ultimate. The poisons are just extra. He would go first before Celine. He does his ability, then Celine goes. Hopefully Celine kills 1 or 2. His passive ticks in and applies poison to whenever an enemy dies. So then there's not only 1 tick of poison on them, there's actually 2 because of his passive. Then you would follow that up with Zachary, and if Zachary doesn't finish them all off, then hopefully those 2 ticks of poison do. So that's my arena defense and offense comps. Right now on my alt account, I'm at hero development level 34. Just reached 3 heroes with level 4 glyphs. Now it's time to just keep going on and on. I got 10 arena battles, which would be easy. 5 bounties, which would be easy. I'll need 3 5-star heroes, which I'm going to wait for the promotion event to come up. I already beat chapter 6 hard. On this alt elite only account, I am in adventure. I already beat all of normal mode. Everything's at 100%. Right now I'm working on chapter 7 in hard mode. A little more progress update. Endless trials, I'm on level 50. Once I get some more 5-star heroes, I think I'll be able to do this no problem. Arcade Dominator, I am on stage 6 or stage 7. Stage 8 is really where I want to be, either 8 or 9. I just need to raise the star levels of the heroes that I need, and I still need a Kaluk. I haven't tried Gemini, so I don't know how far I could get with that. And in Void Tower, I'm not pushing it too fast right now. I'm only on 30, but I could probably push a lot more. I'm mainly playing this account like AFK, just autoing, leveling glyphs, etc. But that's it for today's video. My top heroes for arena offense and defense, and also a little progression update on my alt elite only account. So if you like the content, you know what to do. Sub, like, ding ding bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.